Believe it or not, I've been teaching beginner artists for over 6 years now, and in that time, I've seen a lot of artists fall into the same trap over and over again that prevents artistic progress. And that trap is believing that they're gonna get to a place where they feel ready for their ideas. A lot of artists hold off on working on projects that they care about, the project that actually got them into drawing, right? The initial inspiration. They hold off on doing those projects because they think they need to develop certain skills before they give it a shot. The problem with this approach is that there's so many different skills involved in actually trying your hands on these projects that you don't learn unless you actually try them. Grappling with your expectations, dealing with your personal voice, your creative voice, all of these things, and actually being able to execute a piece. All of these skills are very hard to practice in isolation. These are things that you're actually going to have to deal with hands-on. You're not ever going to get to a place where you feel perfectly ready to do those things. The reason why you're holding off on it is because you don't want to face the fear of being vulnerable, facing maybe some of your inadequacies in terms of your vision for the project versus where you're at. These things are very challenging and painful experiences, so we hold off on them, assuming that at some point, if we practice enough, we train hard enough, we will feel ready. But guess what? The more you train, the higher your bar, your standard for what that project should look like, rises with it. There's always going to be a gap between where you want that project to look like, what you want that project to look like, versus where you're at. So that pain, the difference between the two, that painful experience doesn't change. And you do not learn how to deal with those experiences until you actually try your hands at those projects. You're never going to get to a place where that feels easy. You're never going to get to a place where it doesn't require tons of vulnerability. You're never going to get to a place where that fear isn't there. What you can learn to do is deal with that fear and vulnerability in a healthy way. You can develop those skills. That is possible, but you don't get there by doing studies, by doing drawing exercises, and just developing those technical skills without actually trying your hands at those projects. Now, you don't have to try your hands at the dream project right away. You don't have to do the biggest version of it. One thing that I recommend a lot of my students do, especially in the inner artist course, is try to do a mini version of that project. What is the smallest version of that project that you can do that is intimidating? Like, it's still somewhat intimidating, but it's enough of a practice round where you feel like, okay, I'm developing momentum. Obviously, if you have like a huge idea, right? Like if you're trying to do like a big comic book, trying to like wrap your mind around doing that big comic book can be very challenging. So start with a small version and then build up bigger versions over time. So that reduces some of that fear and anxiety. But ultimately, you're always going to have that fear. That's never going to feel easy. And that's why it's valuable. The fact that it's challenging is why it's valuable. The reason why this is a beginner art trap is because a lot of beginners not facing those challenges don't get the growth that comes from doing the challenging things. Doing hard things, doing challenging things, like grappling with your vulnerability and fears around not being good enough, not doing the project justice, actually dealing with the fact that your vision for the project was just in your head instead of like actually on paper, like grappling with all of those different questions. That challenge, those challenging moments gives you so much growth. Grappling with those things gives you so much more growth than just doing drawing exercises. And I know I'm someone who teaches technical skills, right? I'm not saying that doing drawing exercises is completely useless, right? I have my 54 free drawing exercises for beginners that will be linked below. The reason why I have that is because I do think it's helpful to do some exercises. But ultimately, they should be moving you towards enjoying your art practice and actually doing projects that you care about. What is your dream project? What does that actually look like? Have you actually sat down and thought about that? For a lot of intermediate artists, they haven't thought about that in such a long time that they've completely forgotten why they started drawing. Why did you start drawing? And a dream project doesn't have to be grandiose. It can just be a couple of sketchbook pages. You maybe saw a beautiful sketchbook tour, and maybe your dream project is just a sketchbook that has a lot of beautiful drawings. Maybe it's flowers, maybe it's portraits or whatever. But have you actually tried your hands at it? Have you given it all, everything you have? Have you sat down and written down a project outline of what you want and sat with that? The trap that beginner artists fall into is that they stop thinking about this. They keep focusing on the technical skills and completely lose sight. No, you don't need to learn all the fundamentals before you try your project. Because guess what? The fundamentals don't teach you, like the technical fundamentals don't teach you the most important thing of being an artist, and that's being creative and actually like putting yourself out there, being vulnerable. That's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. All your favorite artists, the reason why you love their work, most likely, is because there's so much vulnerability in what they do. And guess what? Those artists struggle with that. That is not an easy thing to do. They've developed the skill over and over again, right? They get more used to it over time. But every time they take a risk, no matter what their skill level is, no matter how advanced those artists are, there's still some fears around it. Go listen to interviews with advanced artists. Go listen to interviews with your favorite artists. What do they say? They talk about the challenges of being vulnerable. They talk about the challenges of working on a project and the uncertainty of it, maybe some financial uncertainty, but also creative uncertainty of like, it's not coming out the way that I wanted to. And like, I'm grappling with my art style. I wanted to do this, but actually I had to do this because I didn't have the skill to do the thing that I wanted to do. Those are very common conversations amongst advanced artists. And a lot of beginners don't realize this, and they think that like, I'm just going to practice until this becomes easier. Guess what? Your fear around doing these projects will continue to stay with you, which is a moment of opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for you to say, okay, yes, this fear exists. This is scary, but I'm going to jump into it. And one way to do this is to sit down and grapple with your expectations. This is something I recommend all my students do. Just sit down and write down your expectations and really sit with them and analyze them. We start out the inner artist course by analyzing our expectations because I do think that most students struggle with perfectionism. The thing that holds most beginners back is a sense of perfectionism, wanting the ideas to be perfect, wanting to do a good job because this idea means so much to you. Yes, I understand it means so much to you, but that doesn't mean that you have to hold back on it. You can always redo dream projects. You can always redo things as you get better. And you will get better by doing those projects. And you will grow a lot faster if you actually take the time to do it, which is why I recommend that you work on dream projects while also building your technical skills. That is what I cover in the Absolutely Everything bundle that will be linked below. The Inner Artist course is like the main course that I really want my students to go through because that focuses on dealing with your expectations, writing out your expectations, overcoming that, finding joy in your drawing practice, and then building a mini dream project that aligns with your voice, building a creative outline of like what you actually want to do, because that is ultimately where you will see the most creative growth because it's specific to you. Your projects have to be specific to you. That is what makes them beautiful. And that involves vulnerability. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that you're going to get past the vulnerability by getting good. That's not going to happen. You're always going to feel vulnerable working on a dream project. So don't hold back on it. Do it now, start today, do a mini version today, and just be honest with yourself about what you want to make in your art practice, and then go back and improve the technical skills. Do a project, look at the skills that you want to practice, pick a specific sliver of that project that you want to improve on for the next time, go practice it for maybe a short period of time, and then apply those lessons to your dream project. The intensity of doing that will make you grow so much faster, and it'll make all of drawing so much more fun, because the more you are aligned with what you actually care about, the more energizing the practice will become. It will involve vulnerability, it will involve fears, but that is what makes it worth it. So don't hold back on who you are and start drawing today. See you around in the next video.